We're back here at the GSL. How long does 2 minutes take? God damn it, I wanted to get on these games, Artosis.
I know it, man. I'm really excited about this one.
This
Nada
one,
against
yeah.
HongUn. The winner moves on to the round of 16. The map, Zelnaga Fortress. Definitely a cool map for this match.
These are two guys also that don't have any confidence issues at all.
Oh, no.
No, and let's say one thing, Nada, obviously I think in a different league from HongUn, but let me tell you something. HongUn don't give a damn.
Actually, he doesn't care, man.
He just does not care.
Just the fact that Nada's in a different league probably means that at some point, HongUn will choose him as a rival.
Exactly.
Who knows why?
HongUn's been making more rivals than any nerd in our tournament. But I like, every tournament needs to have a Protoss player like HongUn. You know what I'm talking about? There's always one HongUn in every major league where it's like, well, this guy, nobody knows exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah. And what will he do here? We don't know. That's what we just said, guys. I don't know why you're asking such a dumb question after we answer
stop being so pushy. We just told you.
No. You just listen.
Now, Nada and the HongUn probably both feeling pretty confident after that previous game. Those were actually low-energy games.
Yes.
That was like one attack and the game's over.
Yeah, that didn't take a lot out.
Nada's was a little bit more complicated, but you know what I mean. Short game.
Yeah.
All right. It's time. The countdown has started. Nada against HongUn. The most consistent pro gamer of all time in StarCraft 1. Still the most consistent pro gamer of all time in StarCraft 2. Against this incredibly eccentric Protoss. He's got his own style. He is Nada prepared. Let's find out. Here at the GSL. All right, in one of the 3 starting locations on this map, in the bottom left, we have, please, girl at the water park.
Nada.
To see if I tried to do what she did, I would have fallen in the water.
Would you have?
I know that, man. That's slippery and
you're
wet.
Such a nerd.
I would have fallen there, got my blazer wet. People would be like, why are you standing in the pool with your blazer on?
You have to change your t-shirt, Tasteless.
I know.
The one that you get at thehandsomnerd.com.
Yeah, man. Have to do that. And what is that? It's a drone that just got that infested a void ray transferred like a zealot. Okay. She interrupted me again. She's got to stop doing that. Now
She's
we
actually very rude, man. I am going to write her that letter.
I'm going to write a letter. You're like Grandma and stuff. I'm writing him a letter. I'm like, Grandma, listen.
I'm not going to write the letter. And even if you do, they're not going to read it.
Grandma's just like the modern forum poster. Now, here we have SCVs being made, not walling in, and I think that's smart because the odds of HongUn doing a Void Ray rush. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, if you see a Terran and you're playing Protoss, because I've been doing this a lot lately and it really works well, it's like if you see the 3 depot wall at the front, just get a Void Ray, and you will actually. There's no way they can't stop you if you have Stalkers and Zealots with that. You kill all 3 depots.
People are getting so good at these little pressures with a Void Ray, maybe 2 Void Rays, a bunch of Stalkers. And what they do is they go up and start resting. If you walk up the Marines, they set off a couple force fields, trap 2-3 of your Marines. They're dead for free.
Yeah.
Just costs a few energy. 100 energy maybe? No biggie. Protoss says you're contained, you're in a bad spot. So not as smart not to do that, as you said, Tasteless. Because you're smart.
No. Now HongUn, I wonder if he's going to go for the same, at least fast Nexus as the previous game. HongUn was kind of pigeonholed by a lot of other players as somebody who's going to do something weird before he expands.
Yeah, well, he did for a long time.
He did, and now you see that he's changing that, and that's good.
Second gas, and that could mean anything, Tasteless.
One thing I like to do is I get my second gas, Chrono Boost of Stalkrout, and then
Macarax.
Macarax. All right, we're seeing something interesting from Nada. The one thing I like to do is I actually get my second gas, chase out the SCV, and then I just take the probes off that second gas and expand. It's really good.
That's quite true. I would actually prefer, as opposed to taking 3 probes off that second gas, I'd take 3 off that second gas, then 1 off the first one because you got all that extra gas while you're chasing it around.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
You're smart.
Get that thing so quick.
Now, Nada is opening up with a pressure build.
Now this build, very popular in Korea right now. The two barracks play, it's a Macarax, but it's also the Zadok build. You know, you get Marines and Marauders and you pressure in behind it, you make your command center. It's very versatile, very safe, not necessarily bad or not really bad against anything, you know?
Yeah.
The thing it would be most scared of is a really well executed DT rush.
Nada might even be going for this because he saw HongUn was actually comfortable going for a quick Nexus.
Absolutely.
And she's like, well,
if you catch them with that, they're dead.
Yeah.
They're just dead. So, it's
robotics.
and
what a second gate. Okay. Actually, this build that he's doing is pretty good against what Nada's doing.
He's going to be completely fine against it, especially if he gets an Immortal. An Immortal will shut this down so quickly, Tasteless.
Immortals are so good.
Yeah, they
FYI.
in the early game, a single Immortal will just rip Marauders. They will even kill Marines.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, yes, they will. Someone's like, no, it's the counter. It says it in.
But in Silver League, we don't care what happens in Silver League, nerd. All right. God.
Tasteless.
Everybody in Silver's doing. I don't care, man. All right, more Marines coming out here, and more Marauders. And okay, this is actually bad, Artosis, because HongUn is expanding. Now he might be able to hold this. We don't know.
Now HongUn does have a probe in the center here, but only saw the Marines with it. Only saw 5 Marines coming out. That's not scary. HongUn.
Oh no, the observer sees all.
There
he
you go. He's gonna have to cancel
Will
that
he
Nexus.
cancel? Maybe.
Yes, he must. He's only
Either
making
that or he's
sentries.
going to keep making units, and then the last second he'll cancel while it's under attack.
Yeah, perhaps. That's a fine way to do it too. If your opponent really messes up or gets scared, then maybe you get a free Nexus building. But
no Immortal. Where's the Immortal? I'm freaking out. I can't breathe.
You okay, buddy?
No.
And all right, he is making the Immortal
Here's
now.
the thing, though. I mean, he needs to get that Immortal out fast, man. Those are only like 4 sentries there.
In the meantime, Nada's command center is almost half done. His factory's on the way. He's getting another gas. He's getting stim. Everything is looking up for Nada. HongUn, on the other hand, he might change this into a 4-gate plus Immortal all in.
Also note, if we can get a shot of this location on the... Well, he's getting a pylon kind of in the far reaches of the map, as you can see on the mini screen. I'm sure
it's
we'll get a shot of that in a little bit.
An area to bring more units in from. Oh, okay. Okay. It's getting a little bit different. That pylon is going to be useful for scouting perhaps dropships later on.
Yeah,
right now it's not a lot of use.
Nada's moving out again, or at least he's applying pressure, but I mean, it's just an Immortal and a Stalker, now 2 Zealots, but you know, it's just sentries, so it's like... Sentries are good, don't get me wrong, guys. But like, if you just have sentries, I mean, you put up the force fields and you're like, oh, cool, and then the sentries die. You're like, oh, their attack sucks.
He would have to do perfect force fields to deal with that correctly while targeting the Mortal just right. It looks like both players are pretty safe. Looks like any aggression is over.
Do you think, actually, that the follow-up for this from HongUn would be a timing bust? I mean, he already has so many sentries.
I personally don't subscribe to that. I mean, my favorite thing to do against that is to... if I scout it coming, skip the Robo and rush to DT. But in this situation, I think I'd play it kind of how HongUn is. I don't think I would have gotten the 4th gate, but instead get some upgrades going.
It's funny to see HongUn with Immortals. We normally classify him as the guy that rushes to Colossus.
Yeah. Those will add a lot of safety. In fact, he's making another Immortal already, a 3rd one. And you can actually, with proper force fields, do a lot with just Immortals and Gateway units.
Yeah, I mean, if you cup the Marauders on the inside, problem is Immortals aren't good for firing across force fields.
No, that's
I almost
quite
called
true.
them Phos fields. I don't know what happened.
Phosphorescence fields. No tasteless.
No tasteless.
They aren't that. I know they aren't that.
All right, hold that thought.
And, well, he's actually got a pretty fearsome army, man, and very nicely done.
All right, now that's 4 force fields for a Marine and Marauder. Not the best exchange.
One Marauder is at 3 health, and oh no, a lot of his units stuck behind, and this might be the most foolish thing that we've ever seen.
He needs to target fire down the Marauders.
Very good force fields. I mean, it could have looked even worse than that, believe it or not, but he does lose everything.
Yeah, that's it. Here's the thing, Stalkers suck if they don't have anything to tank for him. All right, he should have turned around after that. You know, every Protoss player has done this because we just saw him do it. The random 1 force field that doesn't do anything. You like sort of battle, you're like force field. It like moves the army from side to side, and they still just kill you.
Yeah,
that's what that was. I was like, oh.
And Here's
All
the
right.
here's the thing. His Nexus actually wasn't that slow. He didn't have to go out and do that. He didn't have to engage. He could have seen that army and said, "Oh wait, no, never mind," and force fielded it and gotten away, just using energy and maybe losing 1-2 units. Instead, he gave his entire army, which included a ton of sentries. Now he's down over 20 supply against Nada. He has no tech to speak of. He has just Immortals popping out. He's getting his 4th gas without mining from his 3rd. He doesn't even really... I mean, I guess he's going to get the gas so he can make the sentries again, but basically what I'm trying to say, Tasteless, is he's in such a terrible spot that was a bad idea.
Oh, the Observer sees it. Oh, that was so good by Nada. He even identified that, and he's like, all right, forget about that.
Doesn't want to get caught with the drop, because Nada just can play safe from
HongUn
here.
is chrono boosting his gateways. I think he might just attack again or something? I don't know.
Well, I think he realizes that Nada can probably come kill him right now, so he needs to get as many units as possible. 49 SCVs against 47 probes at the moment, so Nada does have a superior economy, but not just through the SCVs, also through the mules. That's why, otherwise it would be pretty much the same. Ghost Academy on the way. We see in HongUn's base, still not a whole lot going on.
He's like stuck in his tech.
Yeah, he is.
He's like in his tech quagmire.
He is, yeah, he's in tech quicksand even.
Yeah, tech quicksand.
He's stuck on a little island with floodwaters
We
all
should call
around
it tech quicksand when you kill the Zerg's hive and some of their buildings.
Ooh.
That's it. That's what we just did.
Wow, we did it.
We just did that.
High five.
This is a tech quagmire. And this match where he's just stuck kind of teching because he's behind. If he techs himself, Nada kills him. If he stays at this, it's kind of a quagmire. It's not going to go anywhere for him. I mean, he's stuck making Immortals. He's got to remake the sentries.
He's just now getting his Forge. +1 is almost done for Nada. He's getting his first Forge.
So that's going to make that armor upgrade pretty useless.
Nada's actually making 3 Ghosts. I feel like when Nada makes 3 Ghosts, he's just going to have a kill timing, where he walks in, EMPs the sentries, EMPs the Immortals, and then just cleans up everything. HongUn has mostly Zealots right now. Nothing's in HongUn's favor. He should not have thrown his army away for killing a few units that didn't cost anything.
Now, he might want to try dropping again. Actually, no, I take it back. I take it back, Artosis.
You take it back?
I guess he could actually just walk in there and do, like, 1 EMP to the sentries.
Yeah.
1 or 2 EMPs. All right, he sees the Observer does not a scan. Nope, he missed that.
Well, as long as he can EMP some sentries. HongUn has so many Zealots, but the Zealots will never catch anything. They will never catch anything. Oh, look at that.
Nice EMP there on the Stalkers. Uh-oh!
Oh, and
Oh my god, literally every Protoss unit was EMP'd.
But they did get those force fields off, so the Zealots do some damage. Immortal, one of them just dance around behind.
And that'll be GG.
Yep. Dropping the mule.
Just way outclassing HongUn.
Yes.
Nada, I salute you too, good
Nada's
sir.
like, look at that, another top 16.
I killed another player, LOL.
LOL, Nada. Shrugs.
Almost forgot my T, LOL.
So, Nada's day is over. He has made it very easily.
He will be carried out on the backs of other nerds. Carry him through the streets. HongUn,
looks a little bit rattled,
he
actually.
opened up fine, but then he just kind of engaged.
Yeah, no, canceling the Nexus is actually fine. You don't really, I mean, when they come with that many units and you have to cancel your Nexus, like, oh, you didn't get a very fast command center. So it's fast. It's fast. It's a little bit faster than yours, which is fine. When someone's going Marine Marauder, you actually should be expanding them all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, some people try to make the Nexus anyways. Sometimes you're just going to lose it. If they play just perfect and figure it out, you're going to lose it. Okay? That's the way it is. I don't know what else to say.
He's right. Listen to him.
It feels like HongUn's like, I'm behind. I need to move out. And it's
well, it was weird because he killed some of that army. He should have just gone back. And then there was this funny moment because everybody who's played Protoss, you've done this, I've done this, where you get in a battle and you're like, I don't have enough stuff. And you make one force field because you can't make a Guardian Shield. You're like, would you? And it just moves the army like this and they just kill all your stuff. And you're like, I don't know why I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But here's the problem is if you have any small victory, like he had at the very start, 4 force fields killed 2 Marines and a Marauder. All right, then go back home. You're against Marine Marauder. You actually can't even retreat against that. Everything gets slowed down.
You need
and
the
lose.
force fields to do so.
Yeah, so go back and recharge force fields.
Yeah, so. On to Supernova versus Keen, Tasteless. One of these players will be going to the up and down matches. Keen does not want to return there.
No.
Keen from there, Tasteless. Supernova came from there a while ago.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to go to Keen.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it should. I mean, Keen, the way that Supernova lost in the TVP was actually like, well, you shouldn't do that, especially against HongUn.
Yeah.
You know, don't do a build that's actually that sneaky. And then, of course, Keen's was kind of like, well, I don't know what to say, man. That build from Nod, I think any Terran would have had a hard time against.
First time you see it, you're a kid coming out of Code A recently. You've been watching Nod on TV for years. Yeah, man, absolutely. Well, countdown has begun. The map is Crevasse. Are you ready for this?
Wait. Okay, now I'm ready. All right, head-to-head here. OGS Supernova against MVP Keen. Keen, one of the few players here representing MVP. That's, of course, not to be confused with the player MVP. There's one team called MVP and one player called MVP. So let's do this. Another Terran vs. Terran. It's GOMTV here today at the GSL Code S.